You know, when you feel like nurturing yourself, you might just cuddle up on the couch with some chicken soup and your favorite cat. But that's not the way to nurture long-term prospects. Welcome to episode 21 of the Cheeky Sales Coach, Nurturing Long-Term Prospects. Of course, the word of the day is prospect. A prospect is simply someone that you hope will one day buy your goods and services. Of course, prospects can be warm, cold, hot, freezing, or anywhere in between. So here are 6 or 7 things you need to know about nurturing prospects long term. Thing number 1 is you just have to do it. Remember back in episode 12, we talked about your list? There are very few things in this life that you absolutely have to do and you can't avoid. If you're in sales, one of those things is you got to build your list. See episode 12. With regard to prospects, the reason that you have a list is so that you can constantly be communicating with them, building them up so that they will one day buy from you. If I were to take a wild guess about who's going to buy from you, my absolutely best guess is going to be people on your list. And remember, we talked about hot, warm, medium, cold, right? You have to be constantly warming up all those people on your list so that they move from prospects to clients. Thing number 2, and this is why you need a mailing list, you need to stay fresh in their minds. Remember, important safety tip, most of the time, most of the people don't need what you're selling. They may already have a service provider. They may not have thought they needed someone. They never thought about it. It's just not front of their mind. Nothing failed, so they don't need you. Whatever it is, most of the time, most of the people aren't thinking about you. They don't know what you have for sale, and they're just not listening. So it's up to you to make yourself top of mind, whether that's through a newsletter or meetings, inviting them to events, whatever. Remember, long-term prospecting is all about building a relationship so that they say, that's the kind of people I want to do business with. Thing number 3, a monthly newsletter is awesome. One of the things that you want to constantly be doing is give first. Always be giving first. When you give information to your clients, you help them to understand the bigger picture, understand where your company fits in the picture, understand what products and services they might need, understand lots of things about the universe. Remember, the world is constantly getting more and more complicated. The role you play in your prospect's life is to either give them more information and make them more confused, or to help filter through that information so that they have just what they need to know to make good decisions. So always be giving first, always be putting out news, and a monthly newsletter, printed or email, is a great way to do this. Thing number 4. This one's, I don't want to say it's tricky, but if you can sell them something, sell them a product or a service, sell them a tiny little package, sell them a tune-up, sell them a white paper, sell them anything so that you get on their books. Every company has a list of vendors that they have paid in the last year. The way to inch your way from prospect to customer is to begin to actually take their money. Obviously, you want to give them something in return, but the goal is sell them something, become one of their vendors, get on their list, it becomes natural for them to say, oh, one of the people that we've got on our list that we could ask questions of is your company. And so longer term, they might ask you for more and more, but you get your foot in the door literally by selling them something. So think about what kinds of things could you be selling as kind of introductory items or services. Thing number 5, always offer second opinions. It is perfectly legitimate to go to people on your list and say, hey, if you ever need a second opinion, just let me know. Not that you don't trust your current service provider, but if we can help, if you need a different approach, if you have questions about anything, you think the price might be too low or too high, or the technology might be wrong, whatever it is, we would be very happy to help you with a second opinion. Somewhat related to this, it's always appropriate to go to people on your prospect list and say, if you would like us to bid on any projects, just let us know. We know that you already have a selected first choice provider, but you never know. We might have a different approach. We might be able to offer something they can't. We might work with them very well and just get this one job done. Remember, you want to be nurturing the kinds of prospects that will become lifelong clients. So when you think long-term about your perfect client, you want to nurture people in a way that they say, I could see doing business with this company for 15 or 20 years, right? Those are the kinds of clients you want. And the way to get them is to offer them the kinds of services that educate them about what you can do and how you operate. Thing number 6, make them feel like insiders. Make them feel like you know them and they know you. There's lots of ways of doing that. One easy way is, remember your newsletter. In your newsletter, tell them what's going on in your life. Tell them what's going on in your business. Did one of your employees have a birthday? Did you have an anniversary? Did the company start offering a new service? What's going on? What's the news? Just tiny little things. The best newsletters, even if nobody reads anything else, are typified by having a little bit at the top that is a personal note, because we're doing business with human beings. People do business with people. So give them something to learn who you are. Along these lines, you should also put your prospects, especially your warm and your hot prospects, put them on your social media. And that way they see what you post. Some of the best social media posts are informational that also point to a product or service. A great example in the IT business is to say, did you know that you have this switch in Microsoft Office that can make you more secure? And then it's got a link to a blog post or a video or some information that's truly useful. And so people begin to say, oh, yeah, that Carl, I follow him because I get useful information out of it. Your prospects become insiders when they feel like they know you and then they trust you. And who do we do business with? People we know, like, and trust. And of course, a great kind of story to tell are success stories. Oh, we had a client that took our advice and did this and that, and now they're making 10% more profit every year. It's amazing. I love being in this business and I love helping people out. You don't have to say, and you could be next. You just let them draw that conclusion that the way you run your business makes other people more successful. Finally, thing number 7, at least once a year, just be blunt and ask them, would you please do business with us? Would you let us do a job for you? Would you hire us for something? Would you buy something from us? It's perfectly okay when you have done a monthly newsletter, when you have given and given and given, when you have offered your services again and again, to just flat out ask, hey, will you do business with us? That would be great. I hope you try it, and I hope somebody says yes, and I hope you make a bunch of money this week. Hey, did you notice that logo in the lower right-hand corner of the video? If you click on that, you'll be subscribed to this channel, and you won't miss any Cheeky Sales Coach videos. Give it a try. For the Cheeky Sales Coach, this is Carl Polachuk wishing you the best of luck in everything you do. Call to action. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you won't miss a thing.